Hey everybody, I know it's been a while, sorry. Finally back with a new review. They were having an overstock, I guess, sale, you could say, on Midtech on one of their knives, and it's the one that my wife really wanted. So went ahead and ordered that, and then got their new prototype. And then it came with the free OTF, but it was one of their miniature ones that we already have. Mini Wasp. But so now we have two of them. They both came with this sheath. Same sheath, you know. So I just brought one for the review rather than both of them because it's the same one. Let's talk about this one. This one's the Cobalt Blue. This was the one Holly really wanted. And very nice construction. Good weight to it. Has kind of a rubberized coating. Kind of feels kind of rubberized. There's the dog that she's sitting right now for, or boarding. But yeah, the zinc handle, versatile pocket clip, ball bearing glass breaker, of course double action, and this is why they call it Cobalt. You see, it's been colored cobalt blue, and there's actually texture there too. It's not heavy texture, but you could kind of feel it. It did come a little, you could see there's a little blemish there. And it's kind of hard to see, but there's where my thumb is, there's a little nick in the blade as well. So it didn't come perfect, but it fires with authority. No rattling to it. So, I mean, overall it's well built. It's just as far as, certain quality control issues as far as getting the blade near perfect was kind of messed up, but it has the Tanto point. It's 440C as usual. You can see they even have it coated on the top portion of the blade. It's quite nice. And plain edge. And, overall, really, really well built knife. I have to say, it came sharp. It's decently sharp. I wouldn't say it's the sharpest, but it will cut, definitely. So, pretty good. I believe these are now $40, but like when we were getting them, when I was purchasing this one, it was like, I think just over 30. I can't remember the exact amount, but it was below $40. But right now they're back up to the normal price. Overall, not a bad knife. And so their prototype V2. Their version 2 prototype. It comes with this same box that the prototype 1 came with. And inside it had the knife and then came with the sheath. It's supposed to also come with the tool to adjust the screws, but it did not come with one. Luckily my prototype 1 did, so I do have a tool for it. Nothing's in the box right now. But here's the knife, as you can see. It has that nice inlay of abalone shell. The reversible pocket clip and the model number the production number. So this is actually the second model they produced. As far as, I believe they said this is like a 350 run. So they only have like 350 of these made, and so I got the second one, which is pretty nice. Has the ball bearing glass breaker. It's aluminum and very lightweight. I was very surprised at how light this weighed. Anodized blue hardware. And pop out has a double edge. It's D2 steel, and there's the abalone shell inserts on the blade. Came pretty sharp, but I sharpened it up even better, so it's actually really sharp right now. What I really like about this is the fact that typically the problem with these double edge OTFs is the top edge gets dulled out pretty quickly by the lock, as the lock rubs on it as it's passing in and out of the handle. With this being a much tougher steel, it doesn't dull as easily, so it actually maintains a fairly good edge. It's not, I mean, I've sharpened it up to be razor sharp, and then, you know, after opening it a few times, it loses that edge, that razor sharpness, but it still maintains a sharp enough edge that it can cut through paper pretty good. I did have to I did change out the spring that it came with, because when retracting it back into the handle, it was actually quite weak, and sometimes it would just ricochet in there and bounce back out a little. So, I mean, now it's working pretty good. If you do it upside down, like with the original spring, it actually, when you retract it back in, it would still do that ricochet thing constantly. So this one, on the other hand, it does it maybe once in a while, but not very often. So it's an improvement. Overall, really great high quality knife. I really like it. This is my favorite OTF right now. So, and I have been carrying it for a few days that I've had it. Very nice overall. I do recommend it. I think it's a really good blade. So yeah, this again, the Cobalt Blue, and then the Prototype V2. So pretty good blades, worth picking up. And again, the only problems that I have with the prototypes that they came out with, I must be the only one. I don't know. I haven't, out of the reviews I've read, I don't think anybody else has had problems with the springs like I have. I mean, when I had the Prototype 1, when I had it for a week, the spring broke, and I had to replace the spring. So now it's functioning perfectly. This one, you know, replaced the spring. It did not break, but it just was weak. Replaced it, and it's working much better. So, I don't know. With me, I seem to be getting poor springs with the prototypes anyway, which is really sad considering how much these prototypes actually cost. You know, I mean, they're like $150. So you figure with that price, they should be having really good springs, especially considering things like this, which are like under 50, from Midtech, that I have a whole bunch of, you know, their how would I say, lower cost models, and I haven't had a problem with their springs, except maybe with the Mickey Olive Drab. But other than that, everything else has worked just fine. So, or, you know, the springs haven't broken and I haven't had to replace them. So, at any rate, this is these are pretty good knives, worth taking a look at, and highly recommend. But again, keep the spring in mind when getting a prototype, if they haven't sold out already. I know the Prototype 1s are still going, and I believe there's like, they made like 300 of them, or at least that's what they say. So, and they say 350 of these, but I'm lucky to have both of those because I think they're excellent overall. So anyway, thanks for watching, and God bless.